So where are you that it's 5 a.m.?
I'm in Bali, Indonesia right now.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So Bali has great internet. First of all, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, his picture is so crispy clear. Let me put my picture on too, because I want to see how clear. Yeah, your picture's clearer than mine. His picture's so crispy, and you got the faded background. So is that a green screen? What are you doing, Jabril?
Nah, these real
Oh,
books.
so that's a
Amen.
special effect. Okay, so you got the foggy effect in the back. Because you do this for a living. This is your thing, right? Filming things and being out. Tell me about Bali. Is this where you pandemic? Is this where you did rode out the pandemic in Bali? Because I remember you were there last time we talked, I think, or you were heading there.
Yeah, so I'm in Bali. I feel it's just one of the easiest places in the world to live for. Just the people are super friendly. It's safe. It's really a bubble because of the process that you have to go through to get here. It's still technically closed. And so, but when you're actually here, and then you also have to quarantine for five, like really quarantine, not like, hey, you have to stay in your house and then you do kind of what you want. Here, it's like they escort you to the hotel. You have to quarantine for 5 days, which is, you could say it's annoying, but it's good because then everyone who's came through the process is also very safe. But I just got back from Rwanda, and they have the most advanced COVID system in the world. Like that place blew my mind. So that's where I was for the last like few weeks. I just got back like 2 days ago.
All right, tell me about Rwanda, because Rwanda, we all know Rwanda from Hotel Rwanda and from the
Mm-hmm.
genocide during the 1980s, where nearly 1 million people killed each other thanks to some very horrible colonizers egging folk on to kill each other who look the same. But since then, Rwanda has become this model country, and they have open
Mm-hmm.
borders. Like in Africa, you can get citizenship. They're trying to build this kind of pipeline so that you don't have to, use a passport to travel through Africa. Rwanda's like, come here, we got you. Please tell me how advanced it is.
It literally blew my mind because before the things that I knew were Hotel Rwanda. I knew a little bit about the gorillas that they have with the trekking, and I knew the soccer team Arsenal had the patch on the side. I was like, visit Rwanda. And so when I pulled up, because I went with the NBA just launched a new league. So this is what I couldn't tell you about last time. I was like, I'm doing, and then so they just launched this new league, the BAL. And so I went over there to basically tell people what the lifestyle is like, what people are like. And so the internet is faster than any internet that I've had anywhere in the world. London, America, like the network is so good on my phone. I was in the helicopter with full speed. I was live streaming from the helicopter up in the air. I was in the bush with the gorillas, live streaming. It was just so solid. And it's like one of the cleanest cities in the world. And then also just organized, like it's super organized, and they have all types of rules. Like you can't even like smoke in public. Like if you smoke cigarettes, you got to do it in like in the private of your home or like in the hotel. And so it really blew me away of just how advanced and like how much the country has changed as well in the last 10 years. Because I talked to a lot of people, they're like, man, this place has changed so much. And so I don't think the reality of today, the imagery hasn't caught up with the reality of today. And I was like, I'm so excited to already go back. It's an amazing city and just beautiful people, beautiful culture, and the weather. That was probably one of the best things too. Probably the best weather that I've experienced in the world. It was
And you're
because
in
like
Bali
most
right
people
now. Wait, it's better than Bali?
so Bali is like where you think about the weather. So you're like, oh, it's hot today, or it might be this and that. Like I love tropical weather, but Rwanda is the type of weather where you don't even think and talk about the weather. It's just like if you've ever been to Colombia, like Medellin, it's like the city of eternal spring. Or if you've been to San Diego, but like 10 degrees warmer, where it's like, and there's like no mosquitoes. It's just, you don't think about the weather, and that's why it's just like a good solid 75, 80 degree, and it's just nice. You don't think about it, and so I can't wait to get back.
All right. So walk us through. You fly into Rwanda. I know when I got into Ghana, drums are playing. There's that moist air. It smells like South Carolina. You coming to Rwanda. You're originally from Nigeria?
Yeah, that's like where my family's from. Like I grew up in
Okay.
Chicago and I was born in London, but like my family's
Chi-town,
Nigerian.
West Side. That's my
Yeah.
city.
Yeah. Flame from West
Hey.
Side. All right. So you coming to the airport. I know you're flying first class. You come in. Yes, because Jubril flies. He travels well. Like I gotta hang out with you, because he does all of the sexy things. All right, so you come in. Describe the airport. Is it like Atlanta? Is it like JFK? Is it like what compared to something in the States that we would be like, because I think Atlanta has one of the dopest airports.
Yeah, no. So like the current airport is smaller. Like it's not like a where you picture. So in Accra, they've just built this amazing new super big airport where you're like, well,
Right.
this is like as you say, international standards. And so it's a smaller airport, but the system is organized, but it's not like a wow, blow you away kind of airport. But I learned they're building a brand new airport, like $1.5 billion airport, that's going to be the hub of East Africa. And I actually had the privilege of spending time with the CEO of Air Rwanda. So we were just talking about all the things and then I don't think a lot of people know, but Qatar actually owns 49% of Rwanda Air. So they're bringing in a lot, because you know how the Middle East do with their airlines. And so, and I flew Rwanda Air as well. That was the only direct, I stopped for a day in Dubai. And so that's the only direct flight to Rwanda. But so I'm excited for the new airport. Like for me, I just tell how it is. I was like, the current airport, it's okay.
Okay.
Like,
All right. All right. Tell me about the hotels, because I'm very, very finicky about where I lay my head. Very finicky.
So they have the Marriott, which I believe is about maybe 3 years old, and so that's where I stayed like the majority of the time myself. But then they also have the other hotel, Serena Hotel, which is it's an African-based hotel, and so they have them all over the country. And so that was the first 5-star hotel in Rwanda. And so what makes that difference is it's like if you're coming all the way to Africa, right? Like Marriott will give you Marriott type thing. So like when you have the jollof at Marriott, you're like, yo, this is trash. Like, why? Like, just give me my eggs and bacon. Like, I'm not doing this out here. But like, I'm not doing it. Like, y'all not doing it right. But if you go to, like, I was like, the food is good though. Like, they have a bunch of good options. Plantain was hitting there. But then when you go to Serena, if you want like from like all the designs, like the chairs, you feel like you're in Africa, and it's still an amazing experience. They have these brunches, and they're pretty much right next door to each other. So it just depends on prep. Like you want to go to Marriott, you know what to expect. Or if you want to do like the Serena, that's another 5-star hotel where you get like an African experience, but with amazing, service. I can't tell you enough about how prideful these people are. I've never been a place where, like in America, it's like, okay, you're a Republican, you're a Democrat, you're gonna be like, oh, I don't like the president, or I like, whatever term going on. This was like one of the first places in the world where I heard the majority of the people saying, I love our president because they can see the change, like, how quickly this thing has turned around from, like horrific things that happened. And now they're like, yo, this is what, like, we have world entities. And there's a reason that the NBA, the BAL chose Rwanda. And when I was there, I was like, oh, these people are organized. It's safe. You can walk at 2 a.m. in the morning and be okay. You're not, like, there's other, I just won't name other places, but where you wouldn't feel comfortable. I wouldn't feel comfortable like that. And so that is like what they've done. They've really it's such an organized, and you can't cheat on your COVID test there. Like you can't, like I know a lot of people on that Photoshop game, and like you can't do that in Rwanda. Their system is so advanced. Like, so they have like this number that you have, and so it's basically attached to your government number there. That when you come and land, and so each time you take a test, it's linked to that system. So like when we're going to basketball games, you have to actually get it within the last 48 hours. You have to have it can be a rapid test, but it's all linked to the thing. So every time you take it, doesn't matter if you take it at the corner store or you take it at the big hospital, it's all linked to the same system. So they'd be like, if you try and bring a piece of paper, they gonna see that in the system. They pulling up your name. They're like, come on, bro. And I was like, I'm not trying to find the consequences. Like, you can't. And it's like, it's the most advanced system I've ever seen for, for COVID. And so it's like, I felt so safe, like just because they're so on top of things. And I just didn't expect, like, you hear like, it's like, I don't want to be that person. It's like, you hear Rwanda and it's like, oh, it's like, it exceeded every expectation that I had of Rwanda.
We're talking with Jubril Agoro. He is the founder of Passport Heavy, and you got to check out his YouTube channel because it is amazing. You can follow him at Jubril. I don't know how he got his whole name, Jubril, on the Twitters, but he's that guy. He's that guy. As you're traveling, I travel the way Naomi Campbell travels. I was traveling like that before COVID. After COVID is probably I'm going to be in a spacesuit with a diaper because I'm not even going to get up to go to the bathroom. I'm not playing with these people. How are you traveling? And and I don't want to ask personal questions about your vaccination status, but you are all over the world. How do you travel? Like, what protocols do you take to make sure that you're safe?
Wash my hands. When I sneeze, I go put my hand up.
All right, Jubril.
Like,
so
like I haven't. Go ahead.
No, I'm like, in Africa, do they believe that there's like here we had a lot of people that didn't believe we had COVID?
No. Like, that's what I say. Like, Rwanda is, so like, I keep it 100. Like, I'll say it's a little bit more relaxed here where I'm at. I won't name.
Okay.
It's a little bit more relaxed. It's similar to Mexico in a way. It's more relaxed. Rwanda don't play. They don't play. There's no, like, you won't catch. And it's like they still have curfew. If you stay out past 10 o'clock, they taking your ass to the stadium. Like, so what that means, like, they have the big, like, national stadium because they're like, yo, we mean these rules. And then so if they see you out, police gonna pull you over and they make your ass sleep in the stadium. And so you ain't get no blankets. And so, like, people really respect rules and authority there. And so they take COVID. It's probably one of the most serious places that, and they believe in it. Like, and a lot of people are vaccinated. They really encourage all of their people to, to get vaccinated. And I think when people watch this Rwanda video, they're like, yo, I had no idea. It was like, because I was like that. I was literally like, wow, this is so much more. Because I will tell you, not all African countries are like this. So it's like, if you went to Rwanda and you thought that's how your experience is going to be in every country, you'll
be sorely disappointed.
You'd be like, oh, this is not like, this is a breeze. And then you could be like, oh, okay. Like, I underestimated, the experience in every country. And then I won't even say the name of my boy, but like, my boy was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I can wear white shoes out here. There's no dust. There's, like, it's just different.
That was my question, Jubril. I was going to ask, because you said they're so big on testing over there. I was going to ask, are they really pushing the vaccine over there?
100%. Like, I remember when we went into, I had an opportunity to meet Claire. She's like basically the CEO of, like, above, like, the tourism board, just amazing woman. And like, my filmmaker was micing her up, and she looked like, you vaccinated? And so they take it very serious. Like, they on top of things, for sure.
So having traveled now, being from Chicago by way of Nigeria, to watch where we are, I feel like America's turned into a third world nation compared to other people, both tech wise, humanity wise, infrastructure. I just feel like we are like so 20 years behind the rest of the world. What are you seeing out there, Jubril?
I mean, from like I say, just keeping it 100. Like, if I see the thing, like, I mean, like, building structures, roads, highways, all that, I was like, America's great. As far as like that and so many things. Now, do I feel that, like, other countries, like I said, with the networks and like all these things, do I feel like countries are catching up faster than people even know? 100%. Where you're like, oh, like, because you just hear growing up, like, oh, it's like, unless you go into Italy or, and in Italy, the internet's trash there too. It's like, but it's like you hear all these things, but when, growing up, I was like, okay, maybe I go to Jamaica. Like, there's these things that like they subtly, like, if you only can go to, because you won't be safe if you don't go to like go to London, go to Paris. Those are like and then you start to realize, like, man, nah, there's a lot of dope places. Like, if you actually see, like, even here, like, I was in Jakarta. I had a friend come visit, so she came, and then she just like, and she's about to be like a lawyer, right? And then she was like, am I gonna be able to get like my Sephora? Like, I was like, yo, have you seen the malls here? These malls, I was like, they got Sephora, they got Zara, they got all like. She's like, oh, I didn't really. I was like, so the imagery has not caught up to like the reality. Like these skyscrapers, the rooftop bars, everything are unbelievable. And so she was just like, whoa. Guess I kind of had an ignorant comment. I was like, a little bit.
Jubril, let me ask you a question. What is the temperament towards Americans from the people over there where you are in Rwanda? What is the temperament towards Americans?
You say in Rwanda or in Bali?
I'm sorry, in Rwanda and Bali. How do the people,
okay.
Because people overseas feel very different about some Americans.
Yeah, I think it's like, you can really, like here in Bali, people are just so friendly and welcoming that like, oh, where you from? America. And like, they're excited to learn about, because, they watch TV, they're very, and I think that the really good thing is they get to see all different races, and then all different, they see all different white people from all different classes. They see all different Black people. And so they get to start to like, okay, not all Black people are one way, right? And so so they're excited. And as long as people are respectful, and it's like, I tell all these people, like, learn a few words and it lights them up even more. It's because it's like a sign of respect, like learning a few words. It's like, oh, like, suksama. It's like, thank you. Some people will be here the whole time and just don't even make an effort. And so I say that makes a difference. Of just like the energy that you give, there's the energy that you get back. And then, and just generally interested. And then in Rwanda, it was great. Like the attention was amazing. Like, oh my God, you from America? Like, dude, like it was
that sounded like that was from the way you just said that. That was from female. I felt all of that. I felt all that player. That was from women. Listen, don't try to slide it past me.
Yep. All right, so
Karen, the women is on. The women on Jubril. They
I see him. No, I see him. Well, he's a beautiful chocolatey smooth on the R&B tip with a nice beard and everything going on. He's beautiful smile. Yeah, I can see that. I can see all of it. So I'm asking a question, but I know you like to party. So the best thing that you did in Rwanda, the best thing that you did while you were there.
Nah, great. And I'll tell you this. Because like I tell you, it's so serious about like when I say 10 o'clock curfew, like some places like yo come through here, like we can at 10 o'clock the city shuts down. Like they don't play. I've never been to a place like other places, like I won't name, but it's like even if they say it's curfew, you can still find the something
the spot
happening there.
Yeah,
it's them. But so the most fun thing, just hanging out with people. So I was at spots, like they have an amazing steakhouse there called Inca. And then so I was hanging out with a lot of dope people. And so this woman named Nicole has this spot. And so I really just like hanging out with the people. And then there's other spot called Choose Kigali. And I've had like put together brunches and stuff. So we could have our fun during the day. And a lot of just amazing people came through. And then I can't lie, like, even though I say, like, Africa is more than, the feed the children and safaris and that, I had the best damn time on the safari. Like, I loved it. And like, because like, I like to balance conversations where I tell people about the intelligence people, the restaurants and all that. But the wildlife and nature was unbelievable. I was in the truck, and as soon as I pull up, I see these big ass baboons, and I was like, oh snap, like and then I saw a leopard. and then it's like, oh, this is like National Geographic, like in like real life. I'm, you know, and then walking in, and the elephants like walking through. But the craziest experience, it's not the cheapest though, is I went trekking with gorillas. And that was a fun, like we left for the national park, we took a helicopter over to the volcanic region, and then we went in the jungle and trekked with gorillas. Like in my mind, I was like, and the funny thing is, there's no question who the alpha in the room is. Like there's no question. He just sitting like, yeah, you in my domain. Like, because they chopping bushes down. And then I was walking, I was like, yo, this is like a big footprint. They're like, oh yeah, that's an elephant footprint. Like I'm trekking and I'm walking through elephant foot. I'm like, oh snap, bro. Like,
How much was that? You said it wasn't.
Oh, like this is like $1,500 a person.
Okay.
Like, $1,500 a person.
So
you got
that would have terrified me. First of all, that would have terrified me. I ain't fucking with no gorillas. Second of all, I'm tranny. Imagine if King Kong had saw a tranny, white blonde, and he made her get naked, and he saw the penis. King Kong would have bit that bitch head off. Let me just start right there. He said, "I was after a white woman. What is this?" And he couldn't even speak English. I was a gorilla. Y'all missed that whole joke. That was funny.
No, we got it. We got it. Oh my God.
If King Kong had got me and I was a blonde white queen and he took all my clothes and he saw that, he'd have been like, yeah, I wasn't going to eat you, but you just fucked up. Yeah, it's over.
Jubril, were you at all afraid? Because gorillas get nasty. Like they're very aggressive, I heard.
There was, no, they actually that was the thing, like, you know, you watch like Planet of the Apes and you just, it's like the imagery, right, that you see. And so they were hella chill. And so what the thing is, and the reason it's so expensive is that they want to preserve their environment. And so they only allow, I think it's about 35,000 people a year to go trekking in the thing. And so like, that's why they put the price so high, because only basically, if you put too many people and people are starting to come too much, you're going to aggravate them. And so it's like, yo, these are my windows of operation. You start coming through too much, I'm gonna show you what the jungle do. And so, you know, they respect the law of, you know, the gorillas. And the guides are really good, and they make these sounds. They're like, yo, if they're making this sound and I make this sound back, I was like, bro, is that enough? Like, yo, if you want to come smash me, like, what you gonna just like? Because they was making, I was like, I guess. And then but no one, like there hasn't, you know, it's just a very safe, it's just a surreal moment. You're just like, yo, I am. And then I was there, and then the other gorilla just walks by, bumps me on the side of my leg. And I said, oh man, see, this is what my dad was talking. I told my dad, he's like, we are Africans. Why the f are you doing this? Why are you paying to go to gorilla? Like, see, y'all stupid boy. Why are you going to pay? My dad was not impressed.
I can't wait to travel with you. We just tweeted out this video of you in Rwanda on your YouTube channel, and you're living your best life in Bali. You seem so happy. I love the joy that you have in doing this passionate travel with the Passport Heavy crew. It is aspirational. I love watching what you're doing.